Good evening. Welcome to Cause, Creating and Understanding Self-Empowerment. Sometimes when you're in demand, you can make demands. And then sometimes when you're in demand, other people demand things of you. The other day, I did a podcast with someone, but this was the person that was supposed to appear before me, Dominic, right? I met him a few months ago, and we kind of just crossed that bridge, but now you would get to know him. So I got some questions that I want to, you don't mind anything to ask?
No, so I'm open for anything.
Okay, so anyway, the whole thing is really about re-entry, and this format is the man on the inside. So I usually ask brothers about, what their re-entry like. I mean, the day that they walked out of prison, questions like that.
It's cool, no problem.
Yeah. So what was your feeling?
Yeah, man. Being about to be released into society, I was optimistic. Also, I was nervous, but also ready, motivated. You know what I mean? Because when you're in prison, you have all these ideas. You see what I'm saying?
Right, I know. I'm one of them.
You have all these ideas and plans. You see what I'm saying? And you just put them together because the first thing you want to come out here and really you want to be successful. And when I say successful, I don't mean successful as in with money and financial material. I'm just successful all around the board, healthy, your family organized, all in your relationships are intact and everything like that. So it was good. Like I was motivated, optimistic, a little nervous because coming from a certain type of lifestyle, that's where the nervousness comes from. Not wanting to go back down that road. So kind of being afraid of myself.
And that's the way to be. I tell a lot of guys, that when I was in prison, I say, you ain't got to know everything you're going to do when you get out of prison, but know what you're not going to do because that's what's going to keep you out of prison. I also tell guys this here, I say, we got this ritual thing where every morning we're going to get up, wash our face and brush our teeth, and we do this by the mirror.
Of course.
So now what you got to do is like, hey, when you doing that in the morning, you got to tell yourself, how can I stay out of jail today? Because you can stay out of jail even by something that you haven't did when you're on paper, because you got evidence.
That's right.
So that got to be the mission, So how much time did you have?
I did. I was on a conspiracy to distribute 100 grams or more heroin, and possession of a firearm and furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. So they gave me 110 months, which was the bottom end of the guidelines. I was supposed to get, my guidelines were actually 51 to 63 months, but due to my criminal history, I wind up with 110 months. So I did 6.5 years.
Oh, okay. And what were you out?
I was in Polak, where I was in a parish for 2 years.
Okay.
Then I went to Polak, then I went to Butner 2, and then I went to Butner 1.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And I did the RDAP program over there. I stayed over there for like 18 months, which, like I said, the whole experience was amazing, you know what I mean? Because it built me to be the person I am today. So definitely, I'm not gonna say I regret anything because it was a life-changing experience for me.
And see, and that's the thing about incarceration, and and I always repeat certain things, because I'm a repeated offender, and I've been doing this a long time. But sometimes, until you accept the fact that you're not good at being a crook, you're gonna always go to jail. Because jail determines you're not good at it. If you was looking for a successful a criminal, the last place you're gonna find him at is in prison.
That's right.
So a brother who, and this is the thing too, it's much more easy to change than it is to get paid.
Talk about it.
Because both of them is a struggle, and both of them take alertness that you got to have in the state of mind, and none of them happen overnight.
Of course.
Both are eventualities, not actualities.
I got
they
you.
just turn into it, So what are your plans now?
Oh man, right now I can't. I'm in a halfway house, you know what I mean. And to be 100% honest, I went home May 6th on home confinement, and it was things was kind of rough because I couldn't actually get the help that I need from the people in the program, you know what I mean, RRC.
Right.
So it definitely put me in a position to where I did some things that helped put me back in.
Right.
At this moment right now, you feel what I'm saying? So, which was another life lesson for me. You feel what I'm saying? The shortcuts don't work.
Right.
The shortcuts don't work. You feel what I'm saying? just like I was in prison, being patient as ever, waiting for things to come, living life on life terms or on these other people's terms. It helped me, and that really put me back in retrospect right now to let me know, be patient and just be patient, trust the process, and it's gonna come.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And the process can always make you repeat it over until you get it right.
There you go.
You know, but sometimes we try to go against it. And you know, in these days, I'm gonna tell you something, because the courts are emotionally bankrupt.
Of course.
You know, especially when you got a record, right?
Mhm.
And it just seems like they have no tolerance with you. You might, you know, you might get a break in the beginning, but second time, you know, it's like, hey, nobody got. And then you just, and the way it is now, you know, we living in a digital world where I don't even think they even read things that, you know,
of course,
about us. I think that now all that stuff is did by AI.
Of course, yeah, that's right. Artificial intelligence. Yeah, that's rule the world. That rule the world right now.
It really is, you know.
So a lot of, just like you said, like a lot of times you think it's someone with feeling and emotions that's looking and reading over your documents, but it's actually a computer that's reading over this that don't have the same feelings that a person has.
And you know, and you learn that because, you know, like all my co-defendants, I went to trial with 5 people, right? And, and everybody got found guilty with the guy that took the stand on us, right?
Okay.
But he got, I mean, it was guilt for him too,
Of
because
course.
he admitted. And even with him getting out, I mean, 24 years before me, still I would get electronic emails of things with all them out. So that tells you that this is not people doing this. All this stuff is
computerized. Everything digitized.
So do you have a job?
Right now I have 2 jobs lined up. I was working, like when I was out there in a home confinement, I was working at a moving company.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Which it was good. It was because the money was supplying what I really needed. You feel what I'm saying? For us to help in a household and, you know, transportation. You see what I'm saying? And also making sure, you know, the people that I'm in close relationship, they are, you know, they satisfied with the little bit that I am bringing to the board. So, but now that I'm back in here, I must find a much better job, and I'm just waiting on them to basically say that it's approved. Okay. So once the job is approved, that's when I think the real steps are going to start taking place. The real steps to really success. You know what I mean? To where I'm not out here with so much stress on me and so much dead weight on me. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm not able to provide and help. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, do for, you know, the people that I really want to do for.
And see, I tell people, you know, the halfway house really can help you out. It gives you a head start on a fresh start. Because sometimes when you immediately get out, right, you know, you might go by somebody's house that, you know, that you plan to go by, and maybe they want to accept you, right? And but you know, this is what I have learned. You know, the first week or two, you're a guest. After that, you become a pest. Especially when you're not contributing anything.
For real.
And I have been around a bunch of lazy brothers, right? And I'll be like, you know, meaning that, you know, they ain't the type of brother that they live by somebody's house and they ain't got a job. And the person wake up in the morning, at least they wash their car.
Something.
But at least you contribute to
some type of way.
Yeah, but you be by people's house eating their food and won't even make up the bed.
Problem.
You know? You see what I'm saying?
Problematic.
So a lot of times, you know, I tell people, you know, these little things or these head starts with the halfway house, because these days, you know, you got your own money. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much all the jobs can start at $15 an hour. You know, that's more than, and this also what I have learned too, because I had this discussion with a person. You know, it's like, sometimes, you know, when you ain't been in the gutter in these prisons, I mean, everything is a better life than what you had.
Everything counts.
You know, now you can always improve it.
Of course.
You know, and you should improve it. One of the biggest rooms in the world is the room of improvement.
Of course, yeah.
So we should always be doing that. So anything else you like to, you know?
Yeah, man. You know, it's just really like the thing about it, just like it's really just taking your time, man, and don't worry yourself with so much that's really out of your control. You know what I mean? Especially for guys coming out of prison, man. Like everything is like helpful and beneficial to us. Like everything, because it's like we're being like this. For instance, if you're coming into a person's household, you see what I'm saying? You want to welcome them.
Right.
You want to give them some type of hospitality where they feel welcome.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because us guys coming from the society, it's not our house.
Right.
for lack of a better word. It's
Right.
not our house.
Right.
So for society, it's society objective to open the welcome us with an open arm. You see what I'm saying? And it's not saying that we're looking for anything financial or anything like that, but any way that you can help is enough, for us. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I came out here, man, and it was a lot of. At first, everything was, it was looking up, it was looking real good. You know what I mean? And then, I had some, guys, constantly called and they called and they called it, but the calls it didn't have no merit to it was not in depth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, it kind of disturbed me a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? And it frustrated me, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, easy to go backwards.
Right.
It
is.
It's so easy
to go back.
because you get tricked.
And not only that, it's easy to fall into your familiarity.
There you go.
Because
That's
you're
right.
familiar with it.
We're doing certain things, right?
Right. Like I tell people, you said something about slowing it down, because your safety lies in your speed.
Straight up.
And not only that, it changed your prescription.
Of
I
course.
always say that.
That's good. That's good.
Your prescription in your eye,
Bro.
when you slow down.
Bro.
A turtle will tell you more about the road than the rabbit, right?
Yeah,
Meaning the rabbit will win the race, but he
see
don't know
detail.
nothing. Yeah. Rabbit win the race, but he don't know nothing about the road.
He'll the journey.
Yeah, and because you're talking about your life, and I tell people, this shit don't make no sense, man. The ball 5 years and then go back and do 50.
It don't make any sense.
Because you can't get that life back.
Straight up, right.
And you lose it, And a lot of times, sometimes you go to jail and you think you're smart and you put a lot of things together, which is the recipe, you think, right? But sometimes when you be in jail, your ideas don't correspond with the reality out here. You don't correspond with the reality in jail. And sometimes you can be the smartest person around everybody, but when you come out here, right? Now you realize that, hey, a lot of stuff have changed, and you got to play catch up,
That's right.
and you got to do that by your speed. It's kind of like skating on thin ice, right? Meaning that if you're going too fast and start cracking, you can't stop, right? Because you're too fast. But if you're going slow and it's cracked, you hear the danger
That's right.
and you feel it, right?
That's right.
And that's how you got to be out here.